wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Did we not sacrifice anything to the Wi-Fi gods today? I must have missed a sacrifice to the Wi-Fi gods. For this to happen, I must have missed a sacrifice to our Wi-Fi gods. Who has not spilt sufficient blood today? Right in the middle of the cutscene too. That's lovely. Oh well, life happens. We're good. Blood for the Wi-Fi gods! That is my link shell. If you are on Crystal, feel free to join it. But we apparently have not made sufficient sacrifices to the Wi-Fi gods today. The gods of Wi-Fi are angry with us. For some reason. Could also be that PG&E is doing work down the street, and every time they do work down the street, the Wi-Fi gets terrible. I feel like PG&E is using people's Wi-Fi and not telling them, you know? Alright, let me just, we're so close. Alright, let me just skip through this part because we already read it. Before the Wi-Fi decided we needed to give it more sacrifices in order for it to persist. When my OC house gets a mansion, I'm gonna ask Ambrose to set up a sacrifice circle. That way we can have, like, sacrifices to the Wi-Fi gods in real time. Here we are. Mr. Tataru, we were just discussing the delivery of the samples, yes. Good to hear. How fares dear Pippin? Yeah, he's good. He's good. So is he fucking the Salt Mitt, or are you fucking him? Is it a polyamorous circle? What's going on? I knew he would come through, though I admit I wasn't expecting to outfit a whole host of immortal flames quite so soon. I suppose it goes to show that even the most hardened warrior can always learn a thing or two. And Sigurd and Arun have changed as well, if your tales are any indication. I imagine their personal growth bodes well for that of our network. Thank you for checking up on them. We must sort through our current commissions before deciding who to approach next, but I know I can count on you to be ready when we are. Yeah, sure. I imagine I am going to Gane and, Ralgar's Reach next. I don't really want to go to Ralgar's Reach. That's pretty far. Oh, that was it? That was it for, like, the whole quest line? That was rather short. I wonder if it's setting up raids or something new or something. Oh, well. Okay. What do I want to do for raids? I don't think I really want to go as a caster. Well, I might go as a caster for, expert, because I don't really want to heal the final days. And if I get the final days, I don't really want to heal it. You know what I mean? Final days aren't a fun one to heal. They really hate healers, that one. Charlie at night. So peaceful, so foggy. Is that a Vista Point? It has a little bubble on it, so maybe it is. Oh, Charlotte and people. I'm just gonna, while I'm here, I'm just gonna creep on people's glams. I'm just creeping on people's glams while I'm here. creep in on what you got glammed. While I'm waiting, I just creep on people's, yeah. See what everybody's up to, get some inspiration, some ideas, etc., etc. If you're standing in an Aetheryte Plaza, you'd think that, like, you'd expect, you'd be, like, oh, you'll heal expert for me? Okay, I will withdraw and invite you. Sorry, I didn't realize you were on. Or maybe you're not on yet. So many friends now. Okay. Where's Violet? Where are my violets? Ah, here you are. Should I invite Lloyd too, or is he busy? Should we get the dream team together? Probably busy. Okay, if he's probably busy, let's do expert. Just don't let me creeping on people's glams. What y'all wearing? I do kind of like healing as a Viera though, because Viera are very tall, and healing as one really highlights the babysitter like aesthetic, where like it does feel like you are the babysitter to like everybody else. Ah, the final days. I am sorry in advance, Violet. I'm sorry in advance. This dungeon hates healers.
There was a beautiful blue star that fell to pestilence.
We do have a Reaper.
And rotted inside.
We also have a Dark Knight. Well, I mean, if they play their class well, it should be fine.
The more its people clung to life, the more they suffered.
Already got a shield up, so that's good. Nope, don't want to do that. Subconsciously sing the lyrics along to the song when it plays. I don't even know all the lyrics to the song, but I just know how it sounds, so I just like subconsciously think about it while I'm doing it.
Until they curse not the illness, but their fellow corrupted.
I like these stairs. These are fun stairs. I thought that was the tank for a second, but it was just the NPCs. Okay. I forgot I had Brutus thing up. Well, that's my bad. Oh well. I can still do much more damage with Ifrit as well. But we're fine. It's not like it really matters. Although I have noticed that the final days is getting easier to manage as people get better and better gear. It's mostly just, yeah, like the mechanics this, and this, you know? Like, they're very fast. You have to kind of move at, like, super speed. Nail them. Take some feet off Violet for that Dark Knight there. Okay. Yeah, out with some living flame here. Summoner, my job is to support the healer, and as a healer main, I know exactly what the healer needs, which is why I make a very good summoner. Because I've healed it, and I know.
Those who lived and festered. Those who died.
There was one time, it was back when I was running Mentor Roulette, and I got animation, which is like the lock machine one. And, yeah, I got lock machine, and I was the only, I was a red mage, and I was the only person up, and then I was like, well, time to heal everyone. But he got mad at me, though. There was like, you know you can raise people, and I was like, I didn't know I could do it at this level, I forget. Like level 64 or some shit. Like, yeah, it's a weird like level to red mage. Like it's not like it's not like 65, it's not 60, it's like 64 or something. Like it's just weird. It just it's not the like number wise. Oh no, get with me, Reaper. Okay, we were close enough. That's good. It is so cute, Violet. You always have the cutest glamours. I feel like when we get to the point where we, like, data center travel is implemented and we can have a glamour competition, Violet's gonna win. Or Lloyd. Lloyd or Violet's gonna win the glam comp. But I don't know. Maybe someone will show up and surprise me. I can't wait to have a glamour competition, though. It's gonna be epic as hell. I don't know how many people would show up, but... I think it's gonna be super cool. I'll advertise it on like Instagram and stuff too. Try to get those. I need to get better about advertising shit on Instagram and making events on Instagram. So things like that. I've also been procrastinating on posting pictures. Like the hard thing about posting pictures for me is like I need to be like inspired by something or have some sort of concept or idea like ahead of time. So yeah, I get a concept, but then I need to like kind of work out all the kinks in that concept. Yeah, kind of how I am with music videos too. Like there's a bit of a divide between them sometimes. A dicey spot to sit in. Yeah, we're good. That went very smoothly because we had Violet with us. And Violet is overly competent.
In a faraway place, a brilliant star eradicated disease. Before destroying the self-same lives it had
Alright,
saved.
Twitterbird, we get it. No need to keep expounding. I've only seen the minion, like, drop once from here. I've heard, like, some of these Endwalker dungeons is very, very difficult to get the minion to drop in some of them. But yeah, I've only seen the minion drop once from here. I've never seen the Shaggles minion drop from Purchase, despite running fast. So that's been fun. But, like, the Shaggles minion is one on my list, but, like, because it's so rare to get, it's probably not something I'm going to get for a while. Although, knowing, like, probably when relics get implemented or whatever happens with that, like, it's entirely possible that we'll be running some of these 90 dungeons a lot for relics, so maybe, you know, I'll get it then. Dungeon minions are something I just kind of let happen. I don't actively farm for them that much.
Its people sought ever greater freedoms no matter the cost.
I love this, like, armadillo-type armored mount. I think that'd be so cool to get. Like, could we get that as a mount? Like, that'd be so cool. Can you imagine? And it could have like a roll mechanic where it like rolls down things. That'd be so much fun. I just want to ride an armadillo, dude. What's wrong with that? Or we can get, if I want an armadillo mount or I want a pangolin minion. Pangolins are great. I'm surprised they haven't monopolized on that, considering they have a capybara minion and an armadillo minion. Like, they could capitalize a lot on a pangolin minion. I don't know when I'm gonna get the chance to get that close again. Not a guy you get close to. So around. Mecha Dance of Death, let's go. This is one of those ones, like, that's really hard to do for your first time because you kind of have to know the mechanics, where they're gonna hit before they hit. Precision timing. Kind of like this mechanic here, we have to kind of go in a circle, kind of reminds me of the emerald weapon. Still like an extreme I need to do. Once you know how long everything takes, sometimes this dungeon can be very, very taxing on the soul. But that's usually when you get like a couple new players in, or people who are playing a new job in, and like you can guide them through it okay. I've guided some people through it pretty okay. Really patient with people who are doing weird stuff. Oops. Reaper's down. I think they stood in that. And King's down. You get the tank, I'll get the Reaper. Okay. I got the Reaper. one's a doozy if you're a melee DPS. Because this guy does not really tolerate people getting too close to him. Which it doesn't, like, because he has that, like, circle AoE at his feet all the time. It doesn't leave a lot of room for the melee DPS to, like, maneuver. So for melee DPS and tank, it can be a little tough because they don't have as much room to maneuver. You have to kind of go in and out a lot. Yeah, we're good.
And when one asked, what is the point? There were none left to answer.
This is really just like Twitter, the dungeon. I've never been on Twitter, but I imagine this is what it feels like.
Farther still existed a star without strife.
I don't know, if I filmed dungeon guides, would you guys watch that on YouTube? If I
When
filmed,
one remembered
like,
life's trials,
dungeon guides,
all its joys.
like, would you watch that? Cause like, I could make some very intense dungeon guides. And there might be a few holes missing, but like, I would totally make dungeon guides if I felt like there was a market for that. I don't know if it's really necessary for FF14 right now, though. You know. I do spend a lot of time like learning dungeon mechs and running dungeons. There's still some dungeon mechs that get me, but like I learn them as I run them. Although I think most people are looking for dungeon guides from a tank's perspective, but I have played everything for like every dungeon, so probably I don't tank a lot, but I probably do. Maybe doing like a dungeon horror story segment. If y'all have any horror stories about dungeon runs where you like encounter truly like crazy people, please tell me. I love them so goddamn much. I would love to do like a segment that's like dungeon horror story time, because like I love dungeon horror stories. So like if y'all have any horror stories with crazy ass people, please send them to me. Like I had one where like the tank wrote an essay in chat, and I'm just like, that tank definitely wrote an essay for other people, you know? So let me know your dungeon horror stories with crazy people in Discord, and let me know if I have permission to like talk about them on air, because I would totally will do it. I'll also put out one on Instagram too, because like I think dungeon horror stories would just be such a fun thing to do. I already rolled on that item? I don't know. Okay. Like, I don't have a lot of dungeon horror stories from FF14, but like, you know,
So
there's enough, like, crazy people exist everywhere, you know? I think it's fun to talk and laugh about like the insane behavior we witnessed.
Its steps were light, and its gift was as painless as it was beautiful.
Yeah, that wasn't gonna happen. Garuda's like AoE thing is pretty useless in this fight because this boss moves like all the time. So it's just kind of a useless thing. But you know, a little bit of damage from the boss just standing in it a tiny bit is still preferable to no damage. So I'm still using it. Doesn't do much because the boss moves around. I didn't go fast enough. I was just one toe in line. God damn it. One toe in line. Yeah, it's hard on that one. Did I not summon Garuda? I thought I did. Okay, boss is standing still here. Be a little calculating about that. Living Flame, you're gonna get everyone except for the tank, because the tank is like behind the monster, you know? So like I try to make I'm trying to get better about like kind of standing in the monster to get the tank as well. Because that's the person who really needs the Living Flame most of the time. Like the rest of the party it helps, but like the tank is the person who needs it the most. So if I can just like yeah. Yay! We did it! That starry sky is so pretty. So pretty. So I am probably gonna run leveling next. I don't know if that's something you want to do. You can do any class for leveling because I'm fine doing any class for leveling. So, if you want to do leveling, just go in as whatever you want and just let me know when you're ready. You don't have to, if you're not going to heal, I'll probably heal. So, don't worry too much about that. But if you have something you need to do for leveling, let me know. I'm just going to take the materia out of my... Alright. Let me also check my currency too. Nope, not what I wanted. Let's start with the C and they're in the same spot. Okay. I just want to make sure I'm not going over my currency. Yeah. Alright. Let's do leveling. Oh, I also need a... Oh, huh. I have frontline on my murder tails today. Fascinating. Not what I wanted. Leveling. If we get Malika's Well, it's gonna be... Usually I get Malika's Well or I get another Shadowbringers one. Hallmeister's Switch is a big one that I get a lot. For some reason, that's one nobody wants to do. I mean, things do hit hard there, but like... Oh, Vince Betsy's the other one. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I've gotten this a fair bit. That is a nice gun blade. God damn, that's a giant ass gun blade. That is nice looking. Oh no. This little ninja went in without the tank, so this little ninja's not getting my healing. If you go before the tank, I say little. I think the ninja's a Rodigan with a frog hat on. But if you go before the tank, you don't get my healing. Okay? We got rules. Yeah, this ninja's I think a Rodigan and a frog hat. Which, I mean, don't get me wrong, but I like that, but I don't, going before the tank is a big no-no in my book. If you don't do that, I don't feel you can do that. Anyone who pulls before the tank doesn't get healed. That's not how it works. Have some pretty big AoEs. I'm gonna put a stop to that with my goalie. There we go. Welcome to California. Yes, this is what California looks like half the year. You're welcome. Welcome to Cali. We don't have monsters in Cali, but like with the rate, like these things are fueled by depression, and with like the rate that like California is going downhill, I would say that we do have depression monsters in California. Ah, I went to the wrong one. I did, didn't I? Oh frick, well I'd rather get hit by one thing than two, so I'm going this one. I was busy talking about depression monsters in California and I missed that. Okay. Oh well, my bad. Whatever, I'm alive. I'm a healer. I can take a little bit of a stack. I can heal myself. Update my healer glam. I've kind of like, because I farm healer glams all the time, it's kind of been difficult. So like, I have a lot of things where I'm like, oh, been there, done that. And I also don't really like wearing white. Like, I don't know. Like, I was listening to something where someone was like asking what true bravery is, and my first thought was like, women who wear white clothes. Like, women who wear white pants. That's true bravery. A woman who wears white pants is truly brave, okay? Like, white pants in particular. That's true bravery, wearing white pants.
What is this vile presence I sense? The horde draweth near, beyond your guard.
I mean, hell, even men who wear white pants. Anyone who wears white pants, that's bravery right there. Like, white pants are scary as frick, okay? Everything you touch looks like some kind of stain. Every piece of dirt you encounter, you will see. Sorry about that, Violet. I gotcha. These things are just very close to dying. Okay. I was fixated on my white pants rant. A white pants. The definition of bravery. So sassy when they back up. It's really fun. Sorry for that AoE there. Trying to get everyone fully healed so I can just spam holy for a bit. So we have no ground AoE damage here. cooldown. Oh no. Ah! That was my bad, I'm sorry. My holy hand grenade of benediction was on cooldown. Alright, that was entirely my bad. I'm sorry. I take responsibility for that one as the healer. Guy just sitting here, like, like, yeah. The holy hand grenade. Somebody else got the joke. Verbal littering? That's also a very good name. I gotta admit, verbal littering is also a very, very, very good name. That's a name with some currency right there. I know I shouldn't be using Medica so much here, but like, I'm trying to keep everyone accidentally do Medica when I mean to do Holy because they're like right next to each other on my hotbar. I'm working on it. I think I just need to move Medica and Holy, but at the same time, like everything else on my hotbar is like to perfection. It's just those two. And like, you know, sometimes it's just like, well, I mean, it could, like, you know, doing Medica instead of Holy could be still beneficial. Like, I don't know. Like, yes, it's not always correct, but it's not always wrong. Like, it doesn't hurt or help the art. It just kind of, like, so I'm, like, not as, like, I'm, like, it's kind of meh. Like, it's in between. So I can get the, spout out a lily, get the blood lily. I meant to do that on Violet, whoops. I still have her. Sometimes you just gotta do a lily even when you don't need a lily, just so you can get that, like, sweet, like, blood lily. You know? Sometimes you just gotta heal even when no one needs to heal. Or the damage. Not that we really need it. We're doing kind of fine without that there. California. I think it's the next boss. Like the last boss is the one I'm kind of bad at. We'll see. I'm not like, I understand the mechs. I'm just still getting good at like executing them, you know? Like, cause there's like understanding it in concept and understanding it in doing. So like all those people who say if you watch a video, you should know what you're doing immediately. Like there's a difference between like watching a video and like actually doing it. Like, watching a video does not guarantee you know what you're doing immediately. It just guarantees that you, like, have an idea of the concept behind it, but, like, doing something immediately is very different. Like, there's the difference between concept it and doing it, so. I understand the concept of this boss fight. I'm still getting better about doing said boss fight. I'm not horrible at it. It's just like the falling meteors, I'm not very good at fast moving to them, so we'll see. Usually I just, I only like have issues with the last one, so. I'm getting there. On my white mage, I immediately go into raid mode, which is to do like plenary indulgence, and then to do I just see it as F5 because that's what I have it tiered as, and then to do medica, which I don't need to do in dungeons. That's not helpful in dungeons at all. But it's a very much helpful in raids. So I've been doing so many raids on my white mage that that's kind of what that feels like. Whoops. So I always say, if you're good at playing your class in the vicinity, like in the style, like you need, like like someone who's been healing dungeons constantly is probably going to be a lot better at this than I am right now, because I've been doing raids on my white mage for the most part. I'm good. I had kind of an autoimmune flare-up earlier in the week and family over, but after that, like I'm a lot better now, you know? What does the machinist one look like? Ew. I'm still rolling on it, but ew. Alright. Now we're going. What color am I getting? That kind of means I need to go here, right? Opposites attract in this one. Color. This is a pushback? No, this is the AoEs. trust. I just need to like farm this out with trust or something. And I think I'd get a lot better at it. I mean, I have done a bit of farming with trust. Like, the main thing with trust is that they just take a really, really long time. Okay, I need to get blown back here. Yeah. Like, you don't have to wait as long to queue, but you do have to, like, kind of work within the parameters of, like... Alright, we're gonna get the meteors now. This is what I'm not as good at. So let's see. The problem with not being good at this is if you get hit by, like, 2 of them, you are going down. I'm gonna follow Violet. Ow, I got hit with the... yeah. Yeah, see, that's like, if I just even get briefly hit by them, I'm gone. We don't have someone to res me like a summoner. I think it's the whole symbol imaging issues coming to fruition here. Alright. They might be able to do this without me. Maybe. I wonder if I put benediction on myself if that would work. Because benediction does take up a bunch of damage. I might just need to, like, heal the fuck out of myself while I'm trying to figure that out. So I'm not really good with the, like, walking. I mean, I did do Zodiac Extreme and I did okay, but, like, that's also, okay, they might have this. We'll see. Maybe, maybe not. You got this. You can do it. I'm cheering you on. Let's go. Come on, Violet. You're a badass. You can do this. You're a badass. You got this, Violet. Go get him. Situation. You can do it. You can do it. You're doing amazing, Violet. Keep it up. You got this. You're such a goddamn badass. You can do this. Oh, so close. But Violet, man, you managed to hold on that long. You were such a goddamn badass. They better all commend you. If they don't commend you, I will go over and slap them. They better all commend you. Everyone better commend Violet. No, they can't hear me. They're probably not watching this. But Violet deserves all the commends. Issue I had was I was looking at the meteors and I need to be looking at the AoEs. The meteors don't matter as much as the AoEs. I was thinking more in like terms of Zodiark, and this is not Zodiark. Alright, problem solved. I should still do this on Trust to like get better at it though. Ooh, this is gonna be a tough one. We don't need to move here. My command, but all of these people should be commending Violet. Everyone, commend Violet. Commend Violet. Violet should be getting all the commends. If Violet didn't get all the commends, I'm gonna go slap everyone from that dungeon. Violet deserves all the commends. Everyone commend Violet. Okay, what to do next? Yep, that was my phone. I had to like move all my stuff and then rearrange all my stuff and yeah. Ooh, yeah, one of them needs to be hunted down. We only got one commend. arranging all of my stuff. Okay. Set up my stream manager. Keep forgetting to do that. Yeah. I had to reset up everything, so some stuff is not in the place it used to be. And I'm trying that out. Okay, what next? I think I'm gonna do the fourth circle of Aphrodite next because that's gonna give me my last little like sword thing I need. Yeah, I only need 7 and then I can get one of those little like totem things. And then I can get a new weapon. So I might do that and I might get my weapon for Reaper. I am playing a lot of Reaper for like raiding content lately, and I want to make sure that it's well geared enough to kind of withstand that. Unless the warrior axe looks really, really good, or something else looks really decent. Most of what I'm doing, like with these tiered weapons, is looking at glamour possibilities, but because like. They're either gonna come like the crypt, like they're gonna become like they're either gonna go to like the hunt logs, like the Ronkin gear and the Deep Shadow gear, or they're gonna become like a hunt log / raid thing with like the Crystarium gear and stuff like that. So yeah. Anyway, sorry Alphen, I got distracted. How are you doing today? How's life on your end? Okay, fourth circle of Aphrodite, let's go. Let's go fight Dracula like we do every week until a new raid tier comes out, and then we're gonna go fight that end boss. You know, Dracula I think is actually kind of easier than the Phoenix. I don't know how Savage is, but like, I do love that Phoenix mount. Wait, I want to see your top. Oh, they are wearing that top. Okay. I'm just perving on people's glams. Yeah, I've been there. I've been there. My mom and I got in kind of like a little bit of a spat because like I'm shopping for like a new tattoo artist to like do my Final Fantasy tattoos, and I was like asking her questions about it because like, and like saying I might need like help with stuff, and she just always assumes the most negative thing. I don't know what it is. I think it, you know, I wasn't an easy child, so maybe, you know, she just, I think there's still a part of her that like deep down still kind of associates me with the monster I was when I was young. Her words, not mine, that's what she called me. So, like, I think there's a part of her that still acts like, or still expects me to be doing the most negative thing at all time, and like, we don't really communicate very well, so like, she gets defensive really easily, and I'm socially awkward and not great at like asking questions or like explaining things. We are both speaking the same language, but like a different language, if you know what I mean. So like, it was like a little bit of a spat, like she just got really defensive, and like, it kind of feels like, my mom goes through these weird phases where like, it kind of feels like I'm not doing enough. Like, she has this thing where she will literally say productive citizen. Like, those are her words, again, not my words, where I'm not like a productive citizen of society. And I was just like, it's not that like, I'm, like, she always goes to the most negative thing, which is like, I'm asking her questions and saying I might need help, and she immediately goes to finances, and I'm like, it's not entirely what I was saying, I just don't know. Like, I don't know, like, all the stuff that goes into this because I've never gotten a tattoo before. My skin's never been in good enough condition before. And, like, it's like, I'm like, don't just assume the most negative thing off the bat, you know? There's like other variances to conversations. It's not like the most negative thing I could do. But it's still, like, it goes back to like her deep down associating me with being the problem child that I was, and it always being the most negative thing. And me being the problem and not like anything else. And like, I also just, she has these moments where like, I do really well at something, and then she gets like, so like, when I'm doing poorly, she's like, oh, you know, it's okay that you're not productive or whatever. But then as soon as I do a smidge well, the like, it's okay that you're not productive immediately goes away, and she's like, you need to be the best academic you can be. You need to be the most productive member of society you can be. And like, any slip up you have in that, I'm gonna be disappointed. And it's just like, choose a lane, you know? But like, she's like a very much an overachieving academic that comes from a long line of academics, which I am not. Like, I'm not an academically type person. Like, I do enough to pass, and I can't overload myself. And she doesn't seem to realize that. She's like, I think you can do 2 classes. I'm like, no, I can't. Like, I physically cannot. Like, physically and mentally, like, that's gonna be an overloading for me. And like, you have to realize that I have a disability, and actually, according to my college counselor, like, this is how people with disabilities commonly progress through college, and I'm actually making progress for that. So like, it's just like that whole thing of like, I don't want to be a burden with my disability, but at the same time, like, I need to be realistic in achieving my goals with my disability. And like, she's very like pressuring into being something that I'm not. And that's just hard for me to do, and yeah. And she just gets mad at me for weird shit, like, I don't know. Dysfunctional families are always fun. I don't know, chat, it got real for a second. But yeah, like, I was sick with like my autoimmune stuff, and she was just kind of disappointed in me. Like, she does that a lot when I've been sick over the years. Like, she's not like sympathetic or empathetic or anything. She's just kind of like mad at me for making a mess or for not being productive, even though I'm like sick and not feeling well. Like, or disappointed in me or mad that I didn't do something right. It is kind of fucked up, but like, it's just like, she's gotten better about it. Like, you know, it's just like she had postpartum depression that never got treated, and we just don't have that big of a connection. So what is empathetic and, you know, oh, I love this, I want this staff so fucking badly. Okay. And what is like empathetic, it takes for doing like Eden Savage, which I don't know if I could ever do, but like, you know, she just never got treated for it. And like, there's just not that biological connection, you know? And it just makes it very hard to like feel each other's emotions and feel each other out. So I'm sure in her mind she thinks she's being empathetic, or she doesn't think she's being that pressuring, or she thinks what she's saying is like the correct way to say it or do it. But it's not, like, it doesn't really translate that way to me. And like, I have moments where I say stuff that doesn't really translate to her either. Like, I'm just trying to like feel the waters out most of the time, and I'm socially awkward, and I don't really realize how to feel those waters out because talking to her is often problematic. And you know, everyone's afraid of conflict. That's just how relationships work. A lot of times we're afraid of conflict, so we don't do or say the things we need to do or say. And a lot of times we don't know how to do or say those things because of that fear of conflict never having like allowed us to do or say those things. So a lot of times when I'm feeling the water or trying to get answers and I don't really know how to, I have to just kind of like ride it out, you know? And as long as I'm patient and listening, usually I can get through it. But like, yeah, she gets like, my family gets really defensive over like weird matters, and I recognize it because I've been through the system. I don't know if they always recognize their actions defensive or defensive. I don't know if they realize that. I mean, there's a lot of things I probably don't realize either. But yeah, like, I'm doing the best I can. I'm getting good at what I'm doing. Like, and as long as I do that, I'll be fine. Like, you know. to prove myself to her. I don't have to prove myself to anyone. The only person I have to prove myself to is me. I do that all the time. Didn't make it in time. Okay. Loads. I try to patiently explain to my mother that, like, you know, it's not always the most negative thing. Sometimes I'm just inquiring because I don't know something and I'm looking for answers, but I'm awkward asking because I'm the type of person where I'm very logical, and usually if I'm asking something, it's because I've, like, thought about it, like, 500 different ways and I'm not really sure how. You know? It's just... She kind of, like... It's, yeah. It's not as bad as dealing with my sister, but that's... It just, like, you know, it's a little bit frustrating, and I try not to dwell on the frustration because it doesn't really lead anywhere that's not just negative. But it's frustrating when you work so hard to improve and nobody sees it, you know? And it's still always that, like, oh, you're the problem kid who's gonna cause an issue and is just looking to be a negative person. I don't really like dwelling on this because that frustration leads nowhere. There's nothing I can do with that frustration. I'm simply waiting for somebody else to change and grow. So there's nothing I can do about that. So I try not to, like, dwell on it too much, but I do have to acknowledge it because if I push it away, it's still gonna be an issue. Yeah, like, there's a level of frustration that's like, I'm not that person anymore, and I've worked really fucking hard. That was a knockback, not a stacker. But I've worked really fucking hard to, like, change who I am, and, like, change how I approach things, and, like, be productive in my own way. And there is a level of frustration in living with somebody who still associates you deep down with that person, and that's not very fun or fair, but, you know, it's life. It happens. You can't control people, so all I have to do is wait, and, you know, maybe one day it'll happen. Maybe it never will. There's a very high possibility that it never will happen, and I just have to deal with that. And that's also something I have to prepare myself for. There's a possibility that it's always just kind of going to be like that. I have to, you know, progress and grow and live with it. This is a really deep conversation. It's affecting my rating, but you know what? We're going to have it. So, like, because, like, you know, I talk about it, and maybe me talking about it helps other people, and, you know, brings it to the forefront and allows other people who have similar issues to kind of identify and learn and grow and, like, realize stuff, you know? And I think it's very important to talk about dysfunctional families, and to talk about mental illness, and to talk about, you know, how these things affect people, because they do affect people, and there's such a huge taboo with not talking about it, and I don't think that's a good thing to have. I think it's important to talk about these things and bring them into society so we can, you know, treat them more effectively and recognize them more effectively. Because the biggest issue in receiving psychological treatment is that people don't recognize their symptoms, and that they don't want to seek treatment for their symptoms because they're ashamed of them. And I think that, like, we need to normalize it so nobody is ashamed anymore, and we can just be ourselves and realize that, yeah, it's a thing that happens. Not hit that symptom. But yeah, it's a thing that happens, and if we, as long as we're living, we just have to learn that, like, it's okay to live with those types of things. And it's okay to, like, embrace those types of things about ourselves, but also learn and grow from them, you know? Like, So yeah, like dysfunctional families are really common. A lot of people don't realize it. And, like I'm sure there's a lot of people who have similar issues that I have and just like either don't realize it or haven't learned from it. And like there was actually a really cool study done. I forget where it was, but it showed that like children who were like it was in children who were repeat offenders, right? So juvenile children who had been in jail and etc. And it showed that the children who received therapy, they did okay, but they would still kind of commit crimes. But the parents and children who both received therapy at the same time, like if the parent also received therapy as well as the child, both of them would get better. Like the situation would get better for everyone. And it was a small study, so it wasn't gonna like a grand scale, so you had to take it with a bit of a grain of salt. But like at the same time, like it was like that is kind of like a good like I would agree with that assessment. It might not again work on a larger scale because people are people, you know. But yeah, like, children and parents who have received therapy at the same time, like there's a reason that child therapists spend a great portion of time talking to the parents. Like child therapists are trained to treat children, yes, but they also have to spend like they will spend half their session just talking to the parents because the parents play a huge role, and I don't think many parents realize that when they have children with disabilities. That like a lot of times they play a huge role and they also need to seek help. And like, you know, in some contexts my mom and my dad and my stepmom did all seek help. My dad didn't really get the right kind of help, but you know, they did try. Like my mom's still in therapy, you know, she's been over 20 years sober now, which is really good. My stepmom, I don't know if she's in therapy, but she's definitely been sober for a very long time. Which, you know, is good. So, yeah. Ooh, ouch. Yeah, that would be very effective. Yeah, again, maybe not significant. Like, maybe there'd be... Yeah, maybe not 100%, but yeah, very significant. Yeah, like it was a very good study. So, you know, there's a knockback. Oh no, both healers are down. I'm sorry, Violet. This is probably very taxing for you. I didn't mean for it to be so taxing for you. I apologize. Yeah, no, you're good, Alplin. You're good. You're free to learn. I will talk to myself in a mirror, so, like, I'm fine talking to myself on stream. Like, I literally talk to myself all the time. We're good. Okay, I am so sorry, Violet. Stockpiling these. Alright, I'm gonna go get my Reaper weapon now. Let me repair some. I am terribly, terribly sorry for that run, Violet. Okay. I feel the need to apologize. I got distracted. Yeah, that was rough. But you know, we got through it. We lived to see another day, and you know, that's what life's about. This is why I like games. I think games are a very good, like, metaphor for life, and I think they're very good at, like, helping people cope with life, and, like, teaching life lessons, even if they are not obvious. But yeah, like, you can have a rough run, but you still live another day, you know? It's kind of a good metaphor for that. Let me, Good, I have 7 now. Alright, time to go to Thavnir. And get my Reaper weapon. Just in time to run a Glia. I don't really know what I want from a Glia, so, I mean, I think I'm gonna roll on the fending armor. I'm not tanking it, because I'm not a proficient enough tank that. But, you know, I'll roll on the fending armor. I probably won't get it, but I'll still roll on it. And then I'll also, if the gloves of maiming show up, I might go for the gloves. I really like fingerless long gloves, which Aglia has a lot of, so I may go for the gloves. We'll see. I don't know if you want to run a Glia or not, Violet. Entirely your choice. I'm not going to push you either way. Do I have anything on that for that? Nope. Oh, I got World of Darkness on my Murder Bingo card. And Wreath of Snakes. Some other stuff. Zoxock Extreme. Oh, that's an easy one. I could probably do that solo. Yeah, I think after I pick up my weapon, I'm gonna pick up some more gear for White Mage. No preference. Spit me out wherever, game. Although, I do need to also pick up some gear for Summoner. I just want to get White Mage completely covered in Limbo gear first. So the only thing I really need right now are the hands for White Mage. And then I can work on my Summoner, get my Summoner covered in Limbo gear. And then it'll kind of be like there, except for like anything that needs to be augmented. But I don't really want to work on augmenting until like the final tier is there. Like, they're gonna replace this later on, so the final tier, I don't really want to work on augmenting until the final tier is around. Okay, trade it in for totems. Where is the totem exchange again? Not here. Where the totem exchange is... Goddamn. Okay, over there. Yes, it literally says, nope, that's token exchange. Maybe this person? Ah, I did this like 2 times before. Nope. I literally have done this like twice. Oh, totem. There it is. God damn it. I am dumb sometimes. That's okay. No, that is not what I'm looking for as well. Maybe that's token exchange. Pandemonium relic exchange? That might be it. No. It would be like, yeah, down here, like a discal tombstone. Oh, you only need 4 now? God damn it, I could have done this before. I'm dumb. You only need 4 now. I thought it was still 7. I dumb butt. Okay. I didn't realize they changed it to 4. I dumb butt. Okay, let's go. we are looking, yeah, for exchanging of weapons. I think, let me just like try stuff on. I'm not doing Paladin, no matter how nice it looks, because I don't play Paladin enough to justify that. Not doing that. I mean, the Warrior Axe does look good. I don't really like the short, like, I like my Warrior Axes to be really long and really big. Greatsword. I mean, that does look dope as frick, I'm not gonna lie. It glows too. Like that does look pretty snazzy. War Scythe for Reaper. I mean, that also looks pretty nice too. I do play Reaper a lot more now, so I was planning on doing that. What other things look pretty good? I do have Samurai up. How does it look out? Samurai is kind of tricky, because you're mostly doing things with the sheep. Rogue and Ninja. I mean, that's kind of cool, but I kind of like the stabbers I already have. That Bard. Kind of cool. Again, I don't really play Bard enough. I mean, that's not fair. I've been playing Bard a lot more, because it has been, they did, I love the ridiculously over-designed weapons in this game. Give me some giant-ass weapons. It'll make my day. Machinist? I have been playing Machinist a bit more. Although, lately with range, I've been doing Summoner. I already have a Summoner book. Dancer's Chakrams. These might be really cool. I mean, they are really cool, but I already have purple chakrams. I already have the book. What's the with the rapier? That actually looks pretty dope. I don't know if I wear enough purple on my red mage, you know? I mean, here's the thing. Again, most of this stuff is just gonna end up like the Milpreves. I mean, I do... Maybe. Let's see what Astrologian has to offer. I already have something way cooler for my Astrologian. I say we go with the War Scythe. Yeah. Alright, and then the only other thing I need would be gloves. For that. I know, have you seen the Moogle weapons yet, Alfwin? If you haven't seen the Moogle weapons yet, you're missing out. The Moogle weapons are amazing. I'll show you the one on my Lancer. But the Moogle weapons are just like so ridiculous. They're amazing. I would also greatly encourage you to check out, so they do like fan designed weapon contests where fans can design weapons and then the top designs get put in the game. Same with hairstyles and some other stuff too. They're like fan designed. And then the devs put them in the game. But some of the fan designed weapons, they have all these like secret hidden weapons that people have designed. They're so cool. Like the samurai sword that comes out of the umbrellas is like super fucking cool. And then Scholar. Yeah, that looks fucking badass as hell. Okay, we need to go to Summoner now. Yeah, okay, let me show you this Moogle weapon. I'll show you, I have the Moogle weapon glammed, I think, to my Lancer right now. Or my Dragoon, I mean. But there's Moogle weapons for, like, almost every class. So, where's my Dragoon? Where did I put my Dragoon? It's gonna be down here in my melee. Here, yes, I'm aware I've changed my glam. Alright, this is the Moogle weapon for my Dragoon. Look how utterly ridiculous this shit is. It's a little Moogle on a fork. I have a giant fork I can poke people with. Look at it! It's ridiculous, and there's Moogle weapons for everything. Moogles are these little, like, things here. They deliver letters. There's a raid called Good King Moogle Mog where you fight the king of the Moogles. and you can get weapons that look like this. And it's utterly ridiculous. And I love it every time. And it makes a little funny noise when you take it out. I want to stab people with a giant fork and eat them. Yeah, it's a big shiny fork. They have one that's like a big shiny spoon. Like, pretty much all the starting classes have one. Like, even Bard has one. You could get one for your Bard. Alright, back to Summoner. I don't need the weapon. I just mostly... Summoner needs, yeah, head, not gloves, but like head and pants, I think are the main things I need. I don't have enough for the pants, so I think I'm gonna go with the headpiece then. Up, don't I? Yeah, it's that book. Okay. Well, that's not really gonna matter because someone already has a book. Unless they're doing it just for the glasses. Okay. Whoop-de-doo, and then change my glam for white paint because those gloves are a choice. I could do this again. No. Go with this again. I kind of want to make a new glamour for White Mage, I'm gonna be honest. Got some ideas for it. Alright, I'm just gonna go with this. Because it works. But I think I'm gonna hide my headpiece. Nope, that was my staff, so that was my headpiece. Alright, I guess I need to update my instant portrait now. All the end game content. Set that to my adventure plate. Alright, sorry to keep you waiting through all that, Violet. Okay. Gotta make sure I look good for the blood gods. Alright. Let's change over to Reaper. Alright, let me know when you're ready to run Aglia. And if Lloyd wants to join us or anyone else you know wants in. I want to try out my new scythe. I need to get like a new... I need to update my glam to do this scythe because this glam is built for like black and gold. I really like this top, so I'm just gonna build off the top but go more black instead of black and gold. So if you're ready for Aglia, I will cue us in for Aglia. I guess I can hang out in Fafnir for a bit too. Actually, I might just go to... I don't know. Should I go to Charlian or should I stay in Fafnir? Choices, choices, choices. Alright, ready? Let's I gotta think on what I want to do glamour-wise for this one. I don't think the staff's dyeable unless... Yeah, it's not going to be dyeable unless I upgrade it. But again, I don't really want to do that because they're going to introduce another... They're going to eventually introduce, like, another tier anyway, so... I want to be sure that, like, I save up my, like, my upgradable material for when they release the final tier, and you need all 3. Because they're not going to release the final tier until all 3 alliance raids are out. So I want to make sure that, like, I'm staying up to date, but I'm not going to do any, like, upgradey shit until the final tier is out. I'm going to condense all my resources just so that I'm, like, good on stuff. The condensing of resources is... I mean... Like, I'm also not doing super hardcore raiding at the moment either. Like, my girlfriend has, like, a bunch of augmented stuff, but she does, like, also, like, new raids when they come out. So, like, she's got a lot more raiding sense than I do. She's very good at just, like, feeling the raid out, which I am not. Oh, this top is so cool. And it's already black, so I don't have to dye it. Yeah, see, these are Moogles. This is a delivery Moogle. Moogles just kind of exist. They bring you packages in mail. Oh, you know what? I was thinking of changing things. Like putting... on my collar somewhere. It's mostly just the dash forward that I want to put on my hotbar. Like, the dash backward doesn't really... That's more like a specialized thing. I don't use the dash backward that much. That's a really great way to, like, fall off a platform. So I put it over there. It's more of an as-needed type deal. But the dash forward I'm using quite a bit in Maglia, so I might use that. Let me just put that on my hotbar. Make life a little simpler. Let me get out of the rain. I love Reaper's running animation with the scythe. I think it's so good. There's Aglia. Commence duty. Alright. I mean, I'm not really going, like, I'm maybe the gloves with maiming drop, but, like, I'll also take some of the tanking gear, too, if I manage to get it. Which I probably won't. Oh, that person definitely did savage to obtain that. That dies actually pretty well. I don't know if blue's what I did with that, but... I feel like I just saw that person in Charlotte. Huh. Weird. Oh, that's cute. Little wolf Lalafell. Pirate captain vibes. Yeah, gothic healer. Checking everyone out. Checking all the vibes out. Okay. What we working with today? Just peeking on everyone's glam. Totally not a perv. Yeah, I mean, part of Reaper's whole vibe is to look edgy as hell. Like, Reaper is one of the edgy classes. Like, Reaper, Dark Knight, a little bit Dragoon, although a little bit less so lately, but they're like the edgy melee classes. I guess Sage is technically like our edgy healer? I don't know. It's still a healer, but I guess it is technically our edgy healer. Those are our Reaper Dragoon vibes. The Dance of Aglia. I quite love the Dance of Aglia. There's something very, very well done about this raid. It's just a very polished, fun raid. I mean, it's not like as hard as like the near raids, so like talent, if you're looking for a talent. You know, maybe not the one everyone's looking for. But, like, if you're just looking for a fun, like, dancey dance, I mean, it is still challenging, but it's not, like, hardcore mode like Nier was. I want to be there when that falls. Again, Elflin, when you get around to playing FF14, and again, no pressure, you can start anytime you like. I know you got a lot of games on your bucket list. When you get around, you will have a very an FC and a very nice community waiting for you, and we will totally help you out with content. Or you can run it in Trust, which doesn't involve people at all. There are no people in Trust. Now that there are trust things up, you know, you don't have to even interact with people in dungeons if that worries you. You can interact with the NPCs. Let me just second wait here to help out this healer. This healer is wearing no clothes. Absolutely no, they've got the Emperor's new gear on. They're wearing absolutely nothing. This healer was like, oh, you want Cat Girl? Let me take it to 150. I look forward to playing with you too. I had a lot of fun last run we did. We did it. We're A? Oh. Oh, weird. I don't want that. Nope, don't want that. I think the hats from this one, they're very much like we're the British expeditioners looking for a mummy in style. The hats from this kind of give off that vibe. And I don't want to look like a colonizer.
Intriguing. Then the destroyer shall take your measure. Provide my servant with some sport.
Alright, emissary. Fine. This is a guy you kind of always want to stay behind. Less like split mechanic. But for the most part, we'll stay behind him. Which one we on? You know this one? Okay. I really kind of want to do a glam where I just wear Y'shtola's outfit because it kind of looks like the Reaper, like Avatar Stance outfit. And I would love to just wear Y'shtola's outfit and like a hood and just confuse the frick out of people. Like, how are you in Reaper Stance but also not doing Reaper Stance actions? Like, I feel like it'd just be fun to confuse the absolute living hell out of people. But at the same time, I don't always really like wearing NPC gear. There's a few exceptions, but like I don't usually like doing that because usually it's yeah, I mostly get it for the hairstyles, but like, yeah. Yeah, Alpha, when you get around to playing, you're gonna love Bard. They upped the damage output of it now, and it feels a lot more impactful than it used to. Oh my fucking god, it feels amazing now. Like, I still prefer Machinist, but that's just because, like, I like the steampunky vibe that Machinist gives off, but, like, Bard's probably, Bard feels very impactful now. You see, like, Y'shtola's outfit with, like, a hood and, like, you know, maybe some chunky gloves, and, like, you would just confuse the hell out of people. People would be thinking, like, oh, the Reaper's in Reaper stance, but nope. Nope, the Reaper's not in Reaper stance. The Reaper's just wearing an outfit that looks like... It would just be really fun to just mess with people like that. I mean, I kind of like the like, chess piece of maiming I have on right now, but, like... it'd also be just very nice to mess with people a bit.
Come, show me the strength.
Yeah, this cat girl healer is just like, oh, you want cat girl? I'll give you the cat girl. I'm wearing nothing like a proper cat girl should. Wear whatever you like, I don't know. You don't have to dress up for anybody. Although I will admit, like, I did put my character in a lot more sluttier glams when I was single. That's convenient. Yeah, very convenient. How are you today? The newer ones aren't that bad, okay? Just the ones of aiming and casting. Not really on my list. Yeah, my sisters and I used to play around with our old wind-up radios too. But we also didn't have like legitimate entertainment when I was little either. Like there was like 5 of us and we just like we're kind of left to our own devices a lot. Yeah, that's a good option. Yeah, you might need to get a hamster instead of a cat or a rat or something. Some rats also really like those little wheelie things too. I used to own rats a lot, so yeah. I used to like take in rats. I have a soft spot for it. I have a soft spot for really any animal that's ostracized from society. Just because I've been ostracized from society. So like, I just have a soft spot for like animals that don't get accepted. Like rats and stuff like that. My sister owned tarantulas, so I'm not afraid of spiders like that. I don't like it when spiders fall on me, but I'm pretty chill with the other stuff. Oh, you have rats? Cool. Nice. Yeah, they're super social, aren't they? I guess I could say I have mice. I don't like own them. They just live in my tack room right now. But I have a deal with the mice in my tack room. If they don't get into my stuff, I don't get mad at them. They can exist there. Yeah, but they live in my tack room. They get really close to me. They're pretty desensitized to humans. We have cats at the ranch, but they don't fucking do their job. So, you know, I have a deal with the mice. Like, you know, as long as they, you know, don't mess with my shit. Yeah, super social. Yeah, I know. As long as like the mice don't mess with my shit, I don't have an issue with the mice. They can sleep in my tack, they can sleep in, you know, all of that stuff. They just can't poop or pee there, and they've learned the rules and they've done pretty well. I have a very coexisting relationship with the mice in my tack room. Oh, that's so cute! Oh, that's such a good tattoo idea. I love rats. My love of rats started, so we used to live long ago when I was a kid. We used to live down the street from Blockbuster. So we would walk to Blockbuster and we would get movies. And there was a woman who was always at Blockbuster who had a little like harness for her giant ass rat. This was a giant rat. And the rat would sleep on her shoulder while she was in Blockbuster. And that's when I decided as a kid I wanted a rat. Because the rat would just sleep on her shoulder and it was like super chill and it was like very friendly and she just walked around everywhere with it. It was so social and I was just like, yep, that's the pet I want. So I had rats for years and I kind of like rescued them and took care of them and stuff. Yeah. And again, my sister's really into like spiders, so I'd go to the reptile expo and there would be rats there and I'd just be like, I have to take them home now. I had hairless rats because like at the reptile expo there was like a big tank of just like these very malnourished hairless rats and there were 2 females mixed in with a bunch of males and I was like, okay, you're coming home with me now. Like, I'm gonna get you fed and I'm gonna keep you healthy and you're not gonna have an issue anymore. I had a rat that used to cuddle too. She was like blind and deaf, but she was beautiful. She didn't live for that long because she didn't have a lot of genetic issues, but she was gorgeous and very sweet. Her name was Burrell, which is draconic for beautiful. Because I am a nerd. And the other one was named Airite, which is draconic for war, because I am a nerd. And she also had little like markings like armor. Airite was a little more spicy than Burrell too. And then I had Leela and Amy, who were my hairless rats. For like, from Futurama, because I'm a nerd. Yeah, I love my little ratty babies. I don't really do it anymore, because like, I don't think some of my dogs would be as good about it, but also it's just like a lot of work taking care of rats like that. And I have a lot going on right now, so I kind of need to prioritize. But yeah, I've had a lot of pets over my lifetime. I vibe with that. That's epic as hell, Gloomy Beast. No, you just missed us talking about how we named our rats after nerdy characters. Different pets over the years. I'm definitely an animal person. I've had a dog every single day of my life. I've never been a day in my life without a dog. My parents had one when I was born, and we've always had like 2 dogs, and we've always just kind of like, it's always been like you know, like a thing where like we just keep having pairs of dogs. And so yeah, I've never been a day in my life without a dog. And then I had rabbits, I've had like guinea pigs, lizards. We have lizards that are like wild in our yard too. That doesn't really count, but yeah. I haven't had cats simply because my mother is allergic to cats. But my family members have had cats. So I've interacted with those cats a bit. Talk a bit about that. And my sister right now has a cat. Her cat is named Frog. And then my other sister has cats, but they're like stray cats that she just domesticated because they came around. So she just kind of like slowly domesticated them, and then they now live in her house. Yeah. One day I want to get a snake. That's my like thing. I one day really want to get a snake. Like one day when I have the time, I want to get a snake. Right now I don't really think I have the time just because I'm working on a bunch of other stuff. But one day I want to, I am going to try to get a snake. I want to get like a ball python. Just like a pretty it's a pretty basic snake. But like they are known for being really social and friendly, and it's known as being a very good beginner snake, or like a corn snake, just because like it does get really dry where I am, so keeping a ball python moist might be. Oh, thank you for the raid! Oh my God, Akuma! Thank you for the raid. That is so nice of you. How was your stream? Was it good? Falky, the queen is here. Oh my God, thank you for the raid. Was your stream really good? Oh, I died. We went to the wrong area and we died. Aw, thank you for the follow. That's so nice of you. I appreciate it. Death happens. Death is a part of life. We all die, we all survive. Death is just a part of life. I am good today. My autoimmune condition has completely, like, gone down, which is nice. I don't know if one of my family members, like, brought something into the house that, like, I have not interacted with or what, but, like, yeah. I am lying on the cold, hard ground. Does anybody else sing, like, the Taylor Swift song Trouble when they die? You know, like, I knew you were trouble when you walked in. Shame on me, yeah, I knew. Like, and it's just like, now I'm lying on the cold, hard ground. You know, just lying on the cold, hard ground. Oh my God, all the subs! All the subs! Thank you! Oh my God! I'm always in shock a bit. Okay, I'm going back to the starting point. Oh, and the follow, thank you! Or other, yeah. I already have those. I already have that. I don't need those. That. Oh my God. So many subs. I'm in shock. do weird shit with my arms. My arms are like hyper flexible. I can do weird shit with those. So that's the extent of my dancing. I know, right? The song's amazing. Okay, hopefully we nail balance. All I want to do is nail balance. That's kind of like... If we nail balance, I know we're going to be good. It's like, they realize that, like, you know, making us have to not do anything is the hardest thing they can make us do. Which is true. Not doing something is a lot more than just... like actually having to do something. Patience is hard. Like, patience and having to sit still are hard. Those are hard things in life. Oh my god, thank you, thank you! I've never had that happen on stream before. Thank you for the cheer! I've never had anyone cheer me before! Oh my! Today is a day of new revelations! Go! Thank you so much! Like, I just had a healer moment where I was like, I need to put down a stack marker, and then I looked for the, like, the AoE heal on my hotbar and it wasn't there. Because I'm playing Reaper and I just had a brain fart. It was just a brain fart. Just a lovely little brain fart. Where are we standing? I don't know where we're standing. Are we standing over here then? Okay. Let's go over here then. I love this song. Hey Blessy, how you doing today? How is everyone doing today? Honestly, there's so many people here. How are y'all doing today? Are y'all okay? Is life going well for you? I hope life's going well for you. You're all very valid and worthy, and I hope life is going very well for you. If it's not going well, that's okay too. Life evens out in the end, you know? If it's going okay, that's fine. It's okay to have an okay day. Okay is wonderful. Really like this new site. I need to change my glam to match this new site. It's like spiky and dragony and I love it. Anything that looks remotely dragony is like... I love dragons. I love dragons so goddamn much. Okay. Yeah, I made you a mod because you asked last time you were here, so I made you a mod and I gave you sniping powers. You have banning sniping powers now, Valky. The queen has the power. I guess I should make Violet a mod too. I'm gonna make Violet a mod after this. I'll make Violet and Lloyd mods as well. Not that they need to mod, I just feel like they're pure enough that they can get mod powers. for stopping by. And thank you for all the subs, cheers, and everything. It meant a lot to me. I hope your day is absolutely amazing. And you smell wonderful and you are glorious. Smell-o-vision hasn't been invented yet, but I just know. Alright, let's go. Where's my team going? I'm not used to being part of A. What is this deal with being part of A? I'm usually part of B. I used to work in a dog kennel. You can't smell worse than that. I used to work in a bougie dog kennel. I used to have to pick up horse poop for 3 hours a day. You can't smell worse than that. Ooh, nice. Nice. That actually sounds kind of interesting. Like, that sounds very interesting. Like, learning how all the roller coasters work sounds fascinating as fuck. I love just, like, learning how things work. I used to work in a homeless shelter where I worked in the kitchen program and we'd make, like, bougie-ass dog treats. And the dog treat machine was just, like, piled together components of different machines. And, like, learning how it worked and, like, having to fix it was, like, one of the most interesting aspects of that job. Also, learning how the industrial ovens worked. I didn't have to fix them, but they were broken a lot. So, like, but yeah, like, learning how to fix things, learning how things work, just sounds cool as frick. If I had the ability to, like, be more, like, physically active for longer sessions of a time, like, that would be something I would totally do, because that sounds awesome as fuck. Although, I don't know, maybe it's not. Maybe there's some stuff about the industry I'm not aware of, you know? There's always something about an industry that people aren't aware of, you know? It just happens. You abuse your power. I mean, you're the queen, Valky. Queens are allowed to abuse their power a bit. And I died because I didn't realize that balls were falling. Oh my god, that sounds so dirty out of context. Those balls are falling. Those balls are falling, everyone. God damn. I'm awful. Okay. I say the first shit that comes to my brain, and then I regret it later. Like, attention! We have falling balls! Oh my god, one day in the future, someone's gonna take that out of context. Like, I just know, like, anything I put on the internet is gonna get taken out of context no matter what, you know? Like, that's just the world we live in right now. Like, so one day in the future that's gonna be taken out of context. And it will be funny as frick when it happens, but also just, like, annoying. I don't know, I'm not on Twitter, though, so I won't get to experience that. I don't think I'll ever be on Twitter. I don't want to be on Twitter. I think Twitter and Facebook are gonna die and get replaced by something else. That's gonna die and get replaced by something else. You know, that's just the way the world works. Ah! Those balls are falling! Run! Those balls are falling! Those balls are falling! Run, 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 run! Run away! Screams of Monty Python agony. Let's go! Run away, run away, run away! Making sure it doesn't floor and we did it! We have beaten Thal and his falling balls. Okay, I need to stop. Already have that. Just do some needs on those. Hopefully get the scroll. Probably won't get any of the scrolls. Maybe. Already have. already have. Nope. Nope, don't want to look like a British colonizer, so I'm not rolling on that hat. All of these hats, like everything in the raid is really nice except for these hats. Tell me this hat does not look like a British colonizer going through Egypt to hunt mummies. This hat is a British colonizer going through Egypt to hunt mummies, okay? Ooh, I got Orchestrion Scrolls. I got one, I got Radiance. Yeah, everything else about this raid is like pretty as fuck, but these hats just look like a British colonizer going through Egypt to hunt mummies. Like, it's not a vibe. Alright. Oh, I already have the card. Okay, maybe I shouldn't have rolled on it then. Put some stuff in there. I'm still saving up prizes for when I'm a Lalafell and I play a game of hide and seek in game. I'm scoping out the perfect hiding spots. If you'll find me, you'll get a prize. That is how it works. Okay. I mean, there are some hats in this game, or like some head accessories in this game that look really, really pretty and nice. Oh, you're not a mender, you're a merchant. Where the fuck is the mender? I thought the mender was down this area. Oh no, the mender's the Archosaura, I mean. Yeah, not just this game. Yeah, I mean, some hats are better than others. It's weird, because like the Peacekeeper's hat has seen a resurgence on Zalera, and was actually going for like a fair amount of gil on the Zaleran market board, which is really strange, because usually that's just like 10 gil. Like, usually that's like a really cheap hat to get because there's so many Peacekeeper's hats from like Ishgard Fates. But like lately it's been going for like 1,000, 2,000, and like that's weird. Like I don't know why there's such a resurgence. I don't know if it was just like a fashion accessory for fashion review that week or what, but like goddamn. Or if people just aren't selling them anymore because they weren't going well. Like I don't know what's going on with that. I was like, whoa, I can actually sell my Peacekeeper hat for like a decent amount of gil. Like, that's crazy. Oh, what do I want to do? Let's go back to White Mage real quick. Let me think about things, what I want to run. I still got some time. What do people need help with today? Not want to do Nidhogg's Rage synced. I mean, they're doing practice on the 4th circle and they need a healer for that. That might be fun. Probably going to kick me out when I go in as White Mage though, so I don't think I'm going to do that. Yeah, no one's running Deliberum Regine right now. Really? Card farming for Animus and Pander? Okay. That's an interesting one. People farming the cat. I do have Wreath of Snakes in my, like, itinerary for Wondrous Tales, but I don't want to loot and scoop, so... I don't really need the doggos. I have all the wolves. Definitely not doing Litany ever. Ooh, Urban Monastery is, Why would you do that? Why would you do that to yourself? Never do that to yourself. Never do Orban Monastery to yourself. If you can help it, never do Orban Monastery. Alright, I think I'm just gonna run some roulettes. Violet, do you want to run, like, normal raids and alliance raids with me? I mean, it's completely up to you. I don't want to, like, you know, if you don't want to do it, that's fine, too. I'll probably stick with healing for those. I don't know about Alliance Raid, but definitely for normal raid. I could probably do it for Alliance Raids. It probably wouldn't be that bad. We'll see what we get. Alright, let's go in order here. I guess I could do Frontline too. That is on my murder tales. Alright. Yeah. Alright, Alliance Raids. Let us go. DPS sleep. You know, it's weird that like Alliance Raids always have DPS in lead. My hair looks really good in this lighting. God damn. Okay. Although, when I go in as a tank and a healer, I also get that. So I feel like everyone's just in need for Alliance Raids. I mean, there are more DPS for Alliance Raids, but I feel like it's everyone's always in need for Alliance Raids. Not just, like, DPS and healers and tanks. It's just everyone. Actually, that's kind of what I just said. I was being redundant there, wasn't I? That was a nice little form of redundancy. Oh, good, no one fell asleep. Sometimes it takes a while to get into Alliance Raids because people fall asleep. They fall asleep in queue. But you know, sometimes people got stuff going on. I try not to judge too much. Try to laugh at it and work through it, you know. Oh, good. It's not Orban Monastery, but it's not great either. It's the Royal City of Ravenast. I just said we don't do this to ourselves. God damn it. Okay. Well, here's a pat for good luck, Violet. This is gonna be a doozy. Let's go. Oh, this is lovely. I have not healed this in a while, but I think I'll be fine. Let me just check out everyone's glams, you know, while we're here. Gotta check out the fashion wars real quick. See what everyone's rocking. Fashion wars, fashion wars. Okay. Yeah, this one's, well, we're all gonna die and it's gonna be entertaining as fuck. Hey, red chocobos, you're never a good sign. I'm having Bosnia flashbacks just looking at ya. We are all dead! Could be worse, could be worse. You know that Thunder God. Thunder God is not fun. I know the mechanics, but it is very taxing on the healers, that one. We're all gonna die. I'm like that old lady from Atlantis who's repeating that phrase. We're all gonna die, we're all dead. Alright, we gotta get a bubble, I think. But yeah, in order to like get past the toads, I think it is. This one's going down. Okay. That one's over here, also going down. I forget which one it is. Like, one of these we have to like go in the bubble to get past the toads, and yes, this is a very convoluted raid and it makes no sense. Maybe it makes sense if you've played the FF game it's referencing. I don't know. I haven't healed this in a while. I'm gonna do my best here. Ah. Oh, I don't have my instant AoE heal. That's fun. It's not the Orban Monastery, but it's also not great either. We are all dead. Maybe, sort of. We can do the fire. Alright, kill Blizzard. They're homophobic and sexist. Kill the Blizzards. I don't want to be mean, okay? I did play World of Warcraft back in the day. I don't want to be super mean about Blizzard, but you know. They ain't doing too well at the moment. Okay. Oh, for the love of absolute freaking hell, okay. I'm gonna put this right here. Where's the dead? Where's the dead? Not a thunder god yet. Okay, save your breath. We're not there totally yet. Well, it's kind of sad, because, like, I did like World of Warcraft back in the day, you know? Okay, yes, we need to... I think we need to kill a toad and then get in the bubble they create. Yeah, if you kill a toad and you get in the bubble they create, you can breathe and you don't die. I think that's how that works, right? That might be how it works. Like, yeah, you need a bubble. It's not good if you don't have a bubble. You get Violet up. Everyone needs a bubble. Kill the toads for bubbles. Like right in the aid. I'm trying not to. I'm trying to take these away from the bubbles. Okay, keep killing toads for bubbles at this point. Playing their old shit and not giving them any money. If only you could play World of Warcraft without needing to pay them. There's a lot for those, I guess. I don't know, it's been so long since I've healed this. If the healing top drops, that might be kind of cool to try to get. I'm gonna be honest, like, if the healing top drops, that might be kind of cool to get. I don't know if that's this one, though. That might be a different one. I don't really... Yeah, they kind of keep shooting themselves in the foot, you know? Who they have on marketing, but they need like somebody else on marketing. Like the fact that they just keep shooting themselves in the foot with a lot of things is just... We'll see. I'm pretty neutral on the whole Microsoft acquisition of Blizzard. Here's my thing. If I need to see really, really big, significant changes to World of Warcraft's community and design before I would go back to it. So it depends on what Microsoft ends up doing. If Microsoft can make those necessary changes that would allow me to go back to World of Warcraft's community and design, I mean, yes, but at the same time, I don't know. It's probably better, but it depends what they do with the game, and how they see and view the game as a part of their long-term investments, you know? So yeah, it could be really good. it could be really bad. I'm just remaining neutral on the idea of it. I hate this fucking boss. God fucking damn this boss. Alright. I hope you like getting crushed to death. Here we go. I don't like this boss. We're all gonna die. Actually, we haven't all died yet, so you know, maybe we're doing okay. We'll see. Ah, I don't have F7. I don't have my AoE instant heal. Pillars are going up. Ooh. Machine this stuff. Where are they falling? Okay, go side. Oh no, other side, other side, other side. Yeah, fuck. Okay, nope, nope, that got me. That was fast as frick, goddamn. God damn, that was like Delirium fast as frick. I saw it and I've tried running from it. It did not work. Okay. Oof. Tower. We also need to mine the tower while getting those down. Ooh, where's that one? I was behind the tower. Yeah, ow! That's what happens when the sand spears don't. The red mage up. This will come with time. Well, I guess I'm using Azide as my instant heal now. Okay. Don't have to stand in all that. Okay. I mean, yeah. I think most people, like, I think the WoW community is the most vocal about the changes to Blizzard and Microsoft and all that, but I think that there's a large majority of people, like a larger majority of people than WoW players, interested in some of the other stuff, like Diablo and some of the other things, and not really that. I think it's mostly just, like the World of Warcraft players are just louder about it. Run! Whew, okay, I made it. I made it. I made it. Let me get the red mage up again. Oh, Violet. No, 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 no. Can't lose Violet. because the red mages would use their AoE and I'd be like, I don't know where I'm standing. And then I'd be dead. I mean, from, like, in Deliberium, being dead is kind of frustrating. It's not like the end of the world, it's just frustrating, you know? What do these look like? No. Eh. Yeah. It's about the corporate work environment at the moment. And I think, like, so, like, there's been a huge shift in how people view gaming companies and view, like, stuff. Yeah. So, like, I don't know if this was before all the allegations against Blizzard, although I'm sure, like, Hasselminaj had a big kind of, like, I told you so moment when all the allegations came out. But Hasselminaj's Patriot Act, he doesn't really do it anymore, but he did it on Netflix. He did Patriot Act on Netflix, which is like a deep dive show, kind of like Last Week Tonight, but, you know, with his own personal twist on it, and it was really good. And he did a really good episode on the gaming industry and how they treat employees and stuff like that. And he actually got on, like, he did a bit where he got on Fortnite and tried to talk to other Fortnite players about how the gaming industry treated employees. And it was very funny. But like, yeah, he did a really, this was before Blizzard allegations, but he did a very good episode on, I highly recommend, even though it's old content, I highly recommend checking out Patriot Act on Netflix and watching some of those deep dives because they are very interesting. Like, not only does he talk about the gaming industry, but he talks about how much pollution the cruise industry causes, as well as some other, like, really fascinating stuff. And I like it when comedians do deep dives things. He went to Congress and testified about student loans, and y'all should look up his testimony on student loans because it is funny as fuck. Like, he literally, like, when they're talking about student loans, he's literally just like, oh, they want a clear, concise answer, not a CVS receipt, you know? Like, I think it was very funny, but, like, because of how much research he did for that episode on student loans, he got called in the Congress to testify on it. And it's beautiful. It's beautiful stuff, you know? Beautiful, beautiful stuff. You know what? I'll find it and I'll post it in the Discord chat. Or we can watch it together. You know, after this raid, let's watch that together. I finally managed to make it so that I can, watch stuff on my stream. So, like, after the raid, let's watch that shit together. I think it's funny as frick. We can watch it together. I'm gonna spell his name wrong, but it's good content. Let me, like, we can try it out and just see how the webcam capture is gonna work for that. I may have to readjust some settings, but you know what? I think it'll be a fun adventure, and it's funny content, so you know. And because it's like a Congress testimony, I don't think I'll get copyright for it, but I may. We'll see. We shall see. But he also makes a lot of really funny jokes about Netflix too, and like how a lot of the stuff on there is crap, and like, you know, do we really need another baking show or whatever? It's good quality shit, you know. Ah, this guy. That is a disturbing chariot. I don't like that. I don't like that one bit. Ew, no. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Yeah, no copyright on the testimony because it's public. Although, to be fair, like, I don't, like, it's not really Twitch that copyrights me, it's YouTube that will, like, get my ass for no reason. And I'm not making any money on YouTube, so you know what, that's fine. But like, I sang Good Morning from Singing in the Rain, which is an old as frick musical. Also, it's a very satirical musical. I highly recommend checking it out if you're into satirical comedy, because it's a very satirical musical. But it's Singing in the Rain is old as frick, and I sang Good Morning from it for like a minute, and YouTube was like blocked. Like, no, not blocked, but YouTube was like copyright strike, and I was like, the fuck, YouTube? Like, what the fucking hell is up with YouTube? Like, I literally sang 2 lines from that song. A song, like, from a musical that was, like, made in, like, you know, that, like, 50s, 60s era or whatever the fuck, you know, musicals were made in. Also, real talent, like, real men tap dance like that. You know the strength it takes to tap dance like that? Real men tap dance like that. If you've watched Singing in the Rain, you know real men tap dance like that. Like the strength it takes to do those dances is insane. But yeah, if you like satirical comedy, I highly recommend checking out Singing in the Rain. It is a good satirical comedy. I did not move in time for that one to get me. That's okay, I am a healer, I can heal myself. I don't take damage, I heal myself. Yeah, YouTube is weird. Twitch has been kind of decent about it, but YouTube's just like off the rails. Like, I don't know what's going on with YouTube. I mean, I'm not making any money off of YouTube, so it doesn't really matter to me. Most of the stuff I post on YouTube is just fun little pieces of shit. But like, or like music videos. I don't know, I wouldn't call those pieces of shit. Like, I just post my streams and like other stuff that's going on. So like, I wouldn't say that like, yeah, but like Twitch has been decent about it. Like Disney got on my ass for my Star Wars The Old Republic stream. But like otherwise, you know, everything's been fine. Here. I don't think this is the right one. I went to the wrong one, didn't I? Oh well. The frick. Roly poly ass. Okay. Now we just have some wait time. Yeah, like YouTube's more like a great place for people to find you and like figure you who you are and like find out who you are. But it's a shitty place if you actually want to like make any type of money. It is not the place you should go to for that. Although Instagram's actually been better for me than YouTube. Instagram's been dope as frick. Like a lot of people are super nice on there. Although people have been really nice on YouTube too. I get comments on videos I posted like a really long time ago. Or comments on like things I posted a really long time ago. I got out of the way in time. I wasn't sure on that one. That one was a little dicey. You know, there are those people that will like go around and like report you for no reason too. Like sometimes I think that's things that are happening too. Like sometimes I'll post something and like I feel like that's one of the things that's happening too. Like people will go around and report small like streamers or creators for like no reason because they know that they don't have the like ability to like contest the copyright. So or like they don't have like the like energy and stuff to contest the copyright. So like or like the like other stuff, so yeah. Like they will go like there are people who will do that too. Like even if there's nothing really copyright in there, like there are those people in this world, you know? Yeah, the social is really nice as well. But we need to like stand on all the little thingy-mabobs. Stand in on all the thingy-mabobs. Like, get on said thingy-mabobs. Ooh! So many AoEs! Yeah, like, my mental health definitely improves when I'm streaming because otherwise I don't talk to people. Like, I barely talk to people who I don't, like, really know or, like, not my FC. Like, I would, like, my mental health really improves because I, like, talk to people. I have to interact with people, you know? Yeah. Like, people who, like, yeah, like, they're just messing with people. Like, I don't know. I think it's more of a, like, control power thing. Like, they feel powerless in their real life, so they have to exude some power on others. Like, that's probably really where it stems from, you know, a lot of that behavior. Oh my god, thank you for all the chains, like, oh my god, thank you for all the subs. The gifted subs, thank you. Oh my god. This has been a very, oh wow. God, yeah. This has been a lot. I might not be very emotive, because, like, emotions are scary, but I'm very thankful. I'm trying to get better at positive complimenting emotions. Thank you. I'm ready. Aw, thank you. I'm very thankful. But yeah, I feel like the people who go around just like copywriting whatever you put on YouTube for no reason, they don't get anything out of it. It's just they don't feel like they have power in their real life, so they feel like they have to exude it over others. And like that's the reason that like they do that. It's about control and it's about power in their life, and they're also probably like, you know, teenagers or young adults who just like are feeling crushed and pressured by, you know, society and stuff, and or, you know, just someone bitter and older who feels, you know, less than, like, it's just, like, that's just the type of people who do that. Like, sometimes, yeah, they're real assholes, but, like, it comes from a place of, like, feeling powerless, and, like, I don't know, maybe I'm being too empathetic. Some people would just be like, fuck them. And I'm the type of person who's like, but I want to understand why. And I really need to start being more like, fuck them. Because it would be a better morality to have, but like I also like to, like, you know, dissect behavior and figure out why, and that's years of critical thinking therapy coming into play. Oh really? Really? That's fucking awful. Maybe it's motivated by greed, but there's, you know, there's also a power element to it and a control element to it too, you know? also like the like light thing. Like this raid is very intense. Stormblood raids are just very intense. I feel like it goes in patterns, you know? Like Heavens, I don't know. There are some Heavensward raids that are intense. But like not all of them are intense. The Stormblood ones, they were like, oh, you want something difficult? You thought Heavensward raids were too easy? And then in Shadowbringers, they're like, oh, you want something even more difficult? And then in Endwalker's like, here, we created this very nice cathartic little dance for you to do in combat. Like, you know, the near raids are still really tough today. Like, even with like the gear jump and all of that, like the near raids are still very intense today. Let's see. That was look away, right? Yes. Okay, I didn't do that correctly. Oh well, I'm a healer. I can just heal myself out of this.
Your claim to life is forfeit.
Wow, that's scummy. That literally makes no sense. I mean, I'm not big enough to receive any revenue on that stream. So, they're getting nothing. Like, they are getting nothing. I'm not a big enough personality on YouTube to get any revenue from that stream. They achieved nothing. They got nothing. Yeah, it is fucking broken. Like, that stream's really old, number one, and like, number two, like, I don't get any revenue from YouTube. Like, I'm not big enough to get any revenue. Okay. Yeah, I don't know if, like, they're like, oh, we detected you singing a song. You sang a song. You must be sent to the band box. And I was like, the fuck? I don't know. I hate that, like, now singing a song can get you copyrighted. Like, that's so dumb. Like, that's so unbelievably dumb that, like, singing something that you, like singing a few lyrics of a song can get you copyrighted. Like, even if it's a song, like, you make, like, I don't, like, it's so, YouTube is so broken. Yeah. Thank Disney for copyrighting that one. Although I don't think it's copyright anymore. Disney tried to keep their copyright of it, but I think people realized how stupid that was. Ooh, okay, that was tough. I'm gonna give it to the other healer because they had to put up with my shit. What does this look like? Meh. Already got those apparently. I don't think I have all of these Orchestrion scrolls. I don't know. I don't run this enough. Maybe I have a card. I don't know. I didn't look. I was like, okay. I also think somebody crafted these for me like a while back. But I don't know, like, the full on, like, if they did it or not. Let me check. Nope, and nope, they did not. Maybe that was something different. Yeah, because I think they realized how unbelievably dumb it was that Walt Disney had a monopoly over that song. Like, it was like it was such a dumb thing, like. Okay, Mender. Alright, Violet, let me know when you're ready. Oh, you're 89 already. Let me know when you're ready for normal raids. Or if you want to do those after that one. That one was kind of intense. No, it was Disney. I'm pretty sure it was Disney. Like, I'm fairly certain it was Disney. Yeah, Disney's notorious for like trying to copyright everything they think they can get their hands on. Oh, we got this one. That's fun. Just check out everyone's glams real quick. Okay, Angel. Kind of Holy Night vibes. Bring her dress. Panties, etc. Okay. Oh, I want this mount so badly, but it requires doing this on Savage. And I'm not sure I have the ability to do this on Savage. I do want this mount, like, so fucking badly, though. It's such a goddamn cool mount. Like, I know the mechs for this pretty well, because I did it a lot for my mentor roulette, like, all the time. But yeah, like, one day, I'm gonna try to get this done on Savage. I'm just gonna do some practice runs and get it done. Alright, get 2, but not too many, because if you get too many, it starts to hurt you. Just get enough. I usually do 2, so if one runs out, I have an extra already there. And then over 3 is the limit, so if I just get it like 2, then if I accidentally run into one, I'm safe. Okay, grab one more. There we go. Oh, I finally have my instant AoE healing. Yes. Yeah, there should have been a lot of public domain stuff years and years ago, but Disney somehow manages to keep their assets running smooth, you know? Alright, I need to do this so I'm not blown into stuff. Alright, if I stand right here, I should be fine. Yep. Right there is good. Alright, raising this guy. Smallest one's over here. Out of the corner. Real quick. If we're not on the corner, we're gonna die. Yeah, that's a lot. Okay. Let me get this healer up. Oh no, they already got up. Summoner got them up. That's nice of the summoner to do. Alright, I need to get the summoner up now. Summoner was doing their job pretty good. Ah, I gotta have to run. Okay. Once this cast comes back, I'm gonna get the summoner up. Alright, other healer got the summoner up. That's good. Okay, so if cast is up, I'm getting the barn up. Okay, we got one of these. Don't want to get blown into those. That's also not a fun thing to get blown into too, but I think I was able to run out in time. those all hit me. That was my bad. Kind of ran out of places to go. Focus on one thing and not the other thing. I didn't realize it was going to take that long, and I had my priorities screwed there for a second. Alright, reprioritizing. The horses actually take a lot longer than I think. And therefore, attempt to reprioritize which I deal with first. Okay, small down here. Take those away! Clouds need to go real far away there. Alright. Kind of running low on surge protection here. Longer than I think, remember that. Alright, when the summoner, yeah. Alright, I can't get more than 3 or it's gonna start hurting. Pretty good for now. Okay, horses take longer than I think. So stay out of the circles. So got kind of hit, but not badly enough for it to be bigger protection. Where's the small one? We missed it. Small one's over here. Ooh, yeah, no, that's gonna start hurting me now. I got too much surge. Accidentally. I think I can out-heal it, though, so we're good. Yep, nope, couldn't out-heal it. Okay. That was my bad. I accidentally picked up too many surge little thingies. Totally, completely my fault. Alright. Too much surge. Too much electricity. Oh, both, all reserves are down. That is a problem. You guys got this! Violet's a badass! You can do it! Maybe. Yeah, you got this! You can do this. I don't sound very enthusiastic, do I? You got this! Violet's a badass! You can do it! You can push through it! I believe in you! I believe in your ability to push through this. Violet's a very good badass. You can do it. You got this. Go get him. You can do it. Watch Violet be a badass! Hell yeah! Violet better get all the commends. all the commends should go to Violet. I can't commend her because we're in the same party, but everything should go to Violet. I'm looking pretty good, ain't I? Alright. Ooh, I'm getting a lot. I like to just stockpile these, because, like... Alright! Have fun, Alflin! Go get him! I hope you have a good walk. Okay. Oh, I forgot we were supposed to watch the thing. Yes, we were supposed to watch said thing. Let me load it up. We're supposed to watch the, yeah, Hassan Minaj's, thingy-mabob. Let me load this up, and then I'll see if I can get it running. The Congress testimony. Yeah, here it is. Okay, let me see if I can get this up and running. Okay. We are going to... I'm going to try doing this with Streamlabs, and we're going to see how this works. Yeah, okay. Let's see. Yeah, there we go. Alright, let me, Alright, perfect. Make this a little bigger so it's easier to see. Just kind of get this a little down. There we go. Alright. Yeah. Alright, let's see how this works. And how the audio picks this up. It looks like the bitrate's a little low, but hopefully the audio will pick this up okay. So let me know if you can't hear the audio or something else is going on. And I'm gonna just start it and we'll see how it goes.
I want to welcome today's distinguished panel. Mr. Seth Fronkman, Executive Director, the Student Borrower Protection Center. Ms. Persis Yu.
Hang on, this is kind of long. Let me just see if I can get right. Okay, here we go.
Respectful of both the witnesses and the committee members' time. Mr.
All right,
Fox
have fun
Harrington,
lurking on
Mr.
stream,
Minaj,
Violet.
you are now recognized for 5 minutes to present your oral testimony.
Thank you so much. I want to thank Chairwoman Maxine Waters for the opportunity to testify. And I would like to thank Ranking Member Patrick McHenry for taking the time to Google who I am.
Cute. Very
My
cute.
name is Hassan Minhaj. I'm a Muslim, and I condemn radical Islamic terrorism. That has nothing to do with anything. I just want that on the record. It's good to get ahead of these things. Now, Chairwoman
I love
Waters
that he does
invited me
that.
here today because I host a political comedy show on Netflix called Patriot Act, which means I may owe some of you guys royalties. DM, we can talk later. Now, we recently did an episode on the student loan crisis, and it really hit home with our audience because 44 million Americans owe more than $1.6 trillion of student loan debt. In fact, the day we shot our episode, we polled our studio audience. It was only about 200 people. In that room alone, had over $6 million of student loan debt. Now, granted, our audience is mainly unemployed poli-sci majors, but that's still a lot of money. Now, this issue is sidelining millions of Americans. People are putting off marriage, kids, homeownership, and retirement, especially my generation. So I'm 33, and growing up, it was drilled into our heads. You gotta go to college if you want a middle-class job. And we even tell kids today, look, if you don't go to college, you might as well get a face tattoo. And then they point to Post Malone, and we're like, okay, that's one guy. He's a very popular musician. But it's true, 2/3 of all jobs in America require at least some college. This is the standard now. And that wasn't the case when most members of this committee were in school. And you paid far less for your degrees. That's not speculation. We looked up where the 60 members of this committee went to college
I
and
love
what
that
your
they did
school's
that,
tuition
too.
was at that time. Even adjusting for inflation, college cost way less across the board. So, Chairwoman Maxine Waters, your tuition at Cal State LA in 1971 was the equivalent of about $1,000 a year.
True.
Today, Cal State costs well over $6,000. That's more than a 500% jump.
Yep.
Congressman King, right? In 1965, Congressman King paid the equivalent of almost $10,000 a year at St. Francis College. Today, St. Francis costs over $25,000. On average, this entire committee graduated from college 33 years ago and paid an inflation-adjusted tuition of $11,690 a year. Today, the average tuition at all of your same schools is almost $25,000. That's a 110%
Yeah,
increase
facts.
over a period of time when wages have gone up only 16%. So people aren't making more money, and college is objectively way more expensive. You see what's happened? We've put up a paywall to the middle class. And if there's one thing Americans don't deserve more of, it's paywalls. That's why we put up our entire show for free on YouTube. It's also because you can't really find anything on Netflix. It's like the lost and found bin of entertainment. You're like, great, another show about people who love cake. Now, despite these numbers, you often hear the idea, these kids wouldn't be in trouble if they just took some responsibility. But they're trying to be responsible. They're investing in education, and they are trying to pay their loans back.
Okay.
And yet many borrowers are still treated like deadbeats because the government has put their financial futures in the hands of predatory, for-profit loan servicing companies. Companies like Navient
See, I
and
think
other
what he's
companies you
doing
will hear
here is
from
really
today have a
smart,
history
where
of
he's the idea of mixing like comedy and like serious topics like this is a really smart one because it makes it easier to digest while also like allowing people to digest it in a less defensive way, which I think is a very smart way to get somebody to realize something. I mean, there are going to be those people that just dismiss him like this is a comedian, you know, doing comedian shit, it's not that important. But like at the same time, I think this is a very like safe way to bring this type of thing to the spotlight in a way that makes people less defensive and more open to talking about it.
misleading borrowers and pushing them into repayment plans that in some cases have cost individual borrowers tens of thousands of dollars in unnecessary interest. And the worst part is, borrowers don't even get to choose their loan servicer. The Department of Education chooses for you. So there's no competition that makes these companies provide better service.
Yeah.
Now look, we know the deck is stacked against student borrowers in ways that it wasn't 10 or even 15 years ago. And they deserve some basic protections. Americans should not have to go bankrupt pursuing higher education, and they should never be preyed upon by underregulated loan servicing companies.
Facts.
So members of this committee, we know the government is capable of stepping in during a financial crisis. So really all I'm asking today is, why can't we treat our student borrowers the way we treat our banks? Because 44 million Americans, that is too big to fail. Thank you so much for your time, and I will now go back to where I came from.
Look at Maxine Waters. She's just so close to losing it. She's so close
Mr.
to losing it.
As you outlined in your show, the question of cost is a fundamental issue too, and you address that. And you also address the servicers. So you go from the question of the debt, but the key question as well is, and you get to this in some ways, but underwriting, there is no underwriting for a loan. There's no question of a student being informed enough about the decision they're making that is a life-changing decision. And we have the federal government creating a mechanism
What is it
and then
with this
using
guy's
private
tie?
sector folks to then
I'm not
service
against it. It's
their
very
decision.
snazzy.
Right? So you don't
But,
you don't say underwriting, but you get at it, right? That these students are given way too many choices for their financial literacy, basically, and don't have an understanding of what that will mean to their life for a decade, 2 decades, 3 decades. And that decision they make as a 17 or 18 or 19-year-old and the impact it's going to have on their ability to buy a house or a car or have children or get married, and the societal impact on that. So you do a great job of highlighting that, I have to say. And
You're a fan of the show.
I don't want to do that to you because it's really not helpful.
I'll get you that T-shirt.
I'll watch you right after I finish watching the Chappelle special. So we'll move from there. Mr. Lyle, as you...
Mr. Yes.
Yes, one of the things we covered on the show is the fact that when a student borrower calls their loan servicer, say Navient will rush you off the phone, oftentimes in 7 minutes or less, and they will advise you to go into loan forbearance instead of an income-based repayment plan, which would probably be better for you. So that simple misinformation is a problem, and I think student borrowers need just basic Bill of Rights, like a protection to not let that perpetuate.
Right. Thank you.
I get the sense you would complain, though, if Navient kept them on the phone.
No, not you wouldn't even tolerate that from United
and
Airlines.
read all of these terms to them to make sure they knew exactly what they were getting into. I guess people would be very upset about that, too.
But they want their best option, not a CVS receipt.
All right.
Gold.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Very
Gold.
helpful.
That is
here.
such a CVS receipt. That is a golden line.
What was the question again? What's the major problem?
Yeah, what are your thoughts on the role of the U.S. Department of Education in managing its loans?
Just the fact that they outsourced it to private loan servicers?
Your general thoughts?
I mean, my general thoughts is this. Are you familiar with the rapper Lil Uzi Vert?
No.
I think it's a huge problem that the youth of America have to bombard their favorite rapper or pop musician and ask them to pay back their student loans. They're not even asking for selfies anymore. Are you a fan of Taylor Swift?
Are
you a Swiftie? Because even her fans have gone up to her and said, will you please pay back my student loans? That's how desperate
You can see the
student
people
borrowers
behind
are.
him, like, trying not to lose it
I'd like
and
to
laugh in the
turn to you,
thing,
Mr.
and it's
Minaj,
great.
and ask you in your investigations and your expose, what sharp practices, deceitful practices, deceiving practices, manipulative practices did you all see in connection with the servicing? So we start with, should anybody have taken out the loan in the first place? We can disagree about that and the cost of higher education. But in terms of servicing, what did you see where there were improprieties?
Specifically, we saw when it came to servicing, when a student who was actively trying to find the best possible option to repay, when they would get on the phone with their loan servicer, they oftentimes were given misinformation. So instead of telling them to, hey, you should probably do an income-based repayment plan, because they were trying to get them off the phone within 7 minutes or less, they would say, go into loan forbearance. So that's actively, students are given bad advice that will hurt them later on down the road. And they think they're doing the right thing because the person on the phone told them to, the expert told them to.
Did you find any particular servicer to be more abusive than others, or maybe not abusive, but...
Navient was really bad.
Trip him up.
Do you have Comcast? Navient is like the Comcast of loan servicing. Do you ever feel that frustration
You can
where
see
you're like,
everyone
they're the
losing
worst?
it.
But
I
then
do.
you have no choices because the Department of Education put you in this arranged marriage that you can't get out of.
Okay. Anybody else?
For what it's worth, I was waitlisted to go to law school.
You were?
Yes.
I could see why. I'm not. Because your professors would have had to take you on all day. So,
I actually think I was a great student. And for what it's worth, my fingers are still crossed. I'm waiting. It's been 12 years, but you never know.
All right, I yield back to the chair. Thank you.
Shouldn't the FHA base debt to income ratios on the amount student borrowers actually pay?
Yes.
Ms. Yu?
Absolutely.
Ms. Harrington?
Yes.
Mr. Minaj?
Sure. Mr. Gonzalez, I'm very passionate about this issue because I'm lucky. When I left college, I didn't have any student loan debt because I have immigrant parents and they made me live at home with them. So I don't have crippling student loan debt. I have crippling emotional debt. And Congress has yet to stand up and do anything about it and stand up to my parents and say what you did was wrong. But you don't have to have crippling student loan debt to have empathy for people who are investing in their futures. And that's why I'm here today. Thank you.
Oh, and I would like to hear the panel discussion on the land student loans for at least a year till they can find a job, and the ability to refinance student loans. And I'll start with you, Mr.
I'm not an expert when it comes to refinancing, although I am very good with Microsoft Excel and macros.
I am very good with Microsoft Excel. Oh
On a
my
system
God,
that's
as
getting
someone
that
who did
done.
Secretary of School
Mr.
at
Minaj,
home.
do you know what the cost of in-state tuition is currently at UC Davis?
He's just
Go
running
Aggies?
circles
Yes.
around them, though.
So 0304, my freshman year.
No, today. Do you know what the
So
cost
today
is?
it's $14,490.
Boom. Do you know what the out-of-state
Do I get points for
tuition is?
that?
No, hang on. Bonus
He's
points.
running
Absolutely.
circles
Do you know what the
around him.
out-of-state
This guy's
tuition
trying to
is?
trip him up.
I
and
don't
he's
know what the
running
out-of-state
circles
It's
around him.
$44,000. I think it's relevant.
I don't think that's worth it though.
Mr.
If you're out of state, I think you just.
So we're gonna.
I think
only
you
got,
do what
I
I
only got
do
so
and you
much
just
time.
stay at home.
I
You
only
call
got so
it.
much time.
You invest in
So,
the mixtape and you just
Mr.
call it a
Delisle,
Tiger.
Mr. Delisle, just
Listen, now let me reclaim my time. Here's the deal. If you have a 20 on your ACT, you're probably not going to Harvard.
I mean, or if your mom's Aunt Becky, you can just pay your way into USC.
Mr. Minaj,
So
listen,
what are we talking
You
about
make
here?
him the cost.
What are we talking
these
about here?
Politicians are trying to trip him up, and they're
You
not
and I, we're
getting
both
anywhere.
former MTV stars. You get
Listen,
it.
let me tell you what.
I was the star of
Well,
MTV's
you think-
Disaster Date Season 5. You know what it's like. We can't afford.
Mr.
college
Minaj,
is hard. That MTV check.
I'm going to reclaim my time.
Okay.
I know you think it's a joke.
It's not a joke.
Yeah, but you think it is. And you want to come in here and make
So
light
what they're trying
of
to
a
do
serious
right
situation.
now
So I-
is he's trying to make it seem to the other politicians that Hassan Minaj doesn't know what he's talking about. He's just a comedian who doesn't know what he's talking about. He's just making a joke out of this. He doesn't actually take it seriously. They shouldn't take anything he's saying seriously. Like, that's what he's trying to do here. And Hassan Minaj has been running circles around them this whole time. And it's infuriating him because it's against what he's trying to do. And he doesn't like that they're running, that the circles have been run. Like, that's really just, like, what's happening here is, like, he's, like, trying to trip him up. And he's trying to discredit him by saying, oh, you're a comedian, you don't know what you're talking about. But Hassan Minaj
I don't think
is
it's funny.
working around that.
So you
He's
can
cutting
sit
into
here
him and he's just making him seem like an asshole,
do your
which he
film
is.
and make people laugh. Well, we're trying to have a serious conversation, and I only have 5 minutes.
Yeah,
So,
he's trying
leave it
to.
alone.
He's trying to.
And
make
Mr.
it seem like he
Minaj,
doesn't know what he's
since you
talking
recently did a story on this, and you pointed out in your opening
But what
testimony.
Hassan Minaj has been doing is, like, when people try to trip him up or try to discredit him, he's been infuriating them to the point where they look like they're just mad assholes. He's setting really good boundaries, and he's making his point. He's doing it in a very polite manner, and they're getting all infuriated and kind of angry and aggressive, but he's staying very polite and very, like, comical, which makes him look better and actually serves to credit him more than the people who are getting kind of irritated and mad at him.
That the borrower does not control who their servicer is. Does this story that I'm hearing from Liz sound familiar to anything that you heard when you were researching your show?
Yes.
Can you tell me what another story briefly that you may have heard that's similar?
It was. I can't say the names of the loan service provider that they were switched to, but it's very similar to that. It's very similar to the story that you mentioned, where because of misinformation and they were told the wrong information, they were led down a path that was not beneficial to them in the long term.
Yes, thank you. Mr. Minaj, does this seem like an administration that's putting private companies ahead of the interest of its borrowers?
I just think it's terrifying that the head of the predatory loan servicing company is now in charge of this thing that's supposed to protect you.
Yeah.
Moving on, I'd like to...
Mr. Minaj?
I agree with everything they've said. I think it'd be great if we could just go tools, clear history on everyone's debt. And I also think we should have a digital clock in here. I think that's a bipartisan position we can all agree on.
A digital clock?
I don't know what time it is right now. For a second, I thought it was 7:10, and I started freaking out.
Does it say 7:10?
Well, it was so if you follow the shorthand, technically, it's
Even the
1.
Congress people don't know what clock they're talking
All right,
about.
we'll order a Mickey Mouse clock next time.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Specifically allow it. If you think the law does allow persons who do not have degrees to participate in the forgiveness program, please raise your hand. I'd just like to get a quick survey. If you think the law does allow it. Okay. All but, well, maybe you don't know, sir.
I don't know the answer.
Okay, that's good enough. Okay, well, look.
Yeah, like, that to me is like super cool. Like he just ran circles around them and like did so in a way like talking about student debt, and like the ability to run circles like that is just like that sets boundaries, that gets the point across, and like he was very adept at like making sure that like he came off in a good light and that it all worked out well, and that's just like a talent. Oh, there you go. Yeah, but like the ability to just run circles like that around the Congress and like kind of put them in their place is just very funny. And like he anticipated everything they were gonna throw at him, which is like his ethnicity, his, you know, status, like the fact that like you know, he's a comedian and he doesn't like do this for like a living, or like he doesn't like study student loan prices for a living or whatever. Like they tried like everything and he managed to get around it. Like he makes a joke about it first thing and that immediately takes it off the table for them. Like he just makes a joke about it the first thing and it just like, yeah, immediately takes it off the table for him because he's like, I want this on the record. And it's gonna be on the record because it's a court. Like, I think it's just a fascinating, like, example of how you work around that type of adversity, but also advocate for, like, something you believe in. And I think advocating for not having student loans is better. And, like, the emotional damage part and the CVS receipt part, those are, like, top tier lines. Like, I just think it's very adept. And with that, I know that was a little different than probably what people were used to, and some people probably definitely found it boring, but I would like to do more things like that in the future because I think analyzing how we like establish things and like overcome things is a very good thing to do. So, like, I probably will do more similar things in the future, and if you have anything you think I should look at on stream or whatever, or view on stream, feel free to message me in Discord or post it or whatever, and I'll totally check it out, like, and see if I can show it on stream and talk about it, because I feel like this kind of stuff is very fascinating to talk about, and just like the psychology of how he sets those boundaries and how he gets through it is just, it's a fascinating take, because if you can realize that stuff, like, you can then implement it in your life with your things and, like, just learn from it and also just see stuff in action, you know? So, I'm gonna end the stream here. It's been a long stream. We had one Wi-Fi thing, so my timing is a little off. But I am going to do that. So, goodbye, everyone. Stay safe. Eat cake, because the more you weigh, the harder you are to kidnap, and I want you to stay around. You are all valid and worthy, and I thank you from the bottom of your heart for sticking around and hanging out with me. It means a lot to me. Okay. Stream is ending.